Welcome to Humpdays.
I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Alfie. This is our special Oscar edition. We have...
We're all dressed.
We're all dressed. You got a lovely Oscar gown on. I have my tuxedo, my Canadian tuxedo. It's Italian.
Represent. Alfie's actually is a Canadian Italian.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's a mix.
I know I don't look Italian. I look like Ellen DeGeneres on steroids.
That's true. Today we're going to talk about why Chris Rock turned down hosting the Oscars this year, and it's not what you think.
That's good.
We're going to see if Meghan Markle and Harry are invited.
We're going to see if they're invited, and also what happened to their money. We're going to talk about whether or not she's going to stay with him, even though he's broke and no longer a prince.
Ooh, and we're going to get into the Oscars, of course, in terms of our predictions. We're actually filming this a little bit ahead of the Oscars.
We're filming this before the Oscars, so we're going to go through our predictions, and then we're going to come back and then tell you who won and whether or not we were right or not. We're going to go over who we think is going to have the cringiest acceptance speech.
And we're going to predict who is getting slapped this year. They have to up the ante, right? There's no way that they, like the views, they loved the views last year. That was probably the most exciting Oscar in history.
That was very exciting. I think the best part about that whole thing is that Jada has no consequences. Like, as soon as she breaks up with Will, like, because she's that devious that she's going to date someone that's nominated for an Oscar and she's going to go there. I kind of feel bad for him because I know he slapped Chris Rock, but, like, his life is in shambles. Like, his family doesn't respect him. Like, the thing is, like, I don't think his kids respect him either, because if someone bangs your mom, you don't continue to hang out with that guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he still hangs out with the kid that bangs his mom. Like,
That's awful.
Yeah, the Smith kids still hang out with the guy that banged their mom.
That guy should have been, like, they should have done the Kylie thing and banned Jordan like she did. They were besties. That's, like, best friend, like, publicly best friend, and she still cut that tie.
Yeah.
This one, I feel like there's hardly any stakes. Why would they keep in touch? That's so bizarre.
It is funny. I feel bad for Will. It's just like, comes downstairs for breakfast and everyone's at the kitchen table laughing.
My ick is when you sleep with my mom.
Yeah. Duly
That's
noted.
for sure.
That's a red flag if he sleeps with his friends' moms.
And the underage thing is just a cherry on the top.
Yeah.
So why do you think Chris Rock turned down the Oscars this year? I don't think it's because he didn't want to get slapped again.
Yeah, Will Smith wasn't there, but he could have, because there is the Everything Everywhere All at Once. They know a lot of kung fu, so if they didn't win, they could have really taken it out on him.
And it would have just been part of it.
No, I'm not really sure. Why do you think he turned it down?
I think he was it's his way of showing that he's disappointed with the result of what happened.
They took too long to ban him?
Maybe. Ban Will?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't respond. But you know, the best responses from his special have been from Jada. Like, she's like, he's just so obsessed with me. And one of the reasons why, she's like, he's so obsessed with me. Like, he shot his special in Baltimore, my hometown.
Oh.
Yeah, but she's been in Hollywood since the 90s. Like, technically, it's not your hometown anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
well, it's her hometown forever.
Yeah, but it's like, you haven't been there. Like, when I think of the city Baltimore, I think blue collar. I don't think Jada Pinkett Smith.
There's a lot of bald women there.
Huh?
There's a lot of bald women there.
Like, she's a trendsetter.
Just for other reasons, maybe, but...
It's called, Rebecca, it's called Baltimore, not Baltimore.
She's from Baltimore. Jada's from Baltimore.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's from Baltimore. The point was, she's from Baltimore, and that's where Chris Rock shot the special.
Right.
And she's like, he's so obsessed. Like, he shot his special in my hometown. And it's just like, wow, you are crazy.
It's like,
she's like, why are you stalking me from half the country away?
It's like the Hailey Bieber slights of her copying being when people are like, oh my God, Selena ate pasta. Chris Rock ate pasta in Baltimore, and because Jada ate pasta the day before and posted about it. He's obsessed with her every move.
Yeah, but Chris Rock isn't wearing the same outfits as Jada, though, so it's a little less on the nose. That was really funny. And then I like Chris Rock's special because he also went in on Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
Yeah.
And I think that is fantastic because that used to be a topic we couldn't touch upon because everyone's like, oh, if you, because they always said like the royal family's racist, they went on Oprah, and if you like question them at all, you're also like
Yeah.
right wing. But now that Chris Rock said what everyone's thinking, because what Meghan Markle's biggest thing about them being racist was they were wondering what color the baby was that they're gonna have. And then Chris Rock's like, yeah, black people are wondering that too.
We're all curious.
We're all curious.
But we're all sick racists, so.
Yeah.
that's why.
Well, yeah,
can
we're
we
all.
do?
But his line where it's just like she won the skin lottery, which is true because she looks like Rashida Jones, and Rashida Jones.
She comments on that all the time, how she had a benefit over her sister for certain
Certain roles.
and
Because she
certain
did.
roles, and
Yeah, exactly. Because
she went to a white kid university and her sister went to a black kid university.
Oh, really? What is a black kid university?
Just mostly black kids went
okay.
there, like majority.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not that it was exclusive.
It's like,
It wasn't exclusive. It just happened to be the case.
well,
But she said she went to like this largely white private school, and her sister didn't. And
did
it
she not
was
get
like-
in?
No, they just chose that.
Oh, they just chose
but
that.
But her sister just happens to be darker skinned, and
Yeah.
so she was just commenting on how that's like affected her perception and like her way of going about the world. And she said it's undeniable that that's affected things. So
Ah, okay.
yeah, Meghan
Yeah.
Markle too, very similar to.
Yeah, 'cause I
she
didn't
can
know.
kind of,
Well, you couldn't tell that she was.
depending on the makeup and hair color.
Yeah,
you could probably.
you never know.
Yeah.
Because with Rashida Jones in The Office, she played Karen Filippelli, an Italian. Like she, like she played an Italian on TV.
Yeah,
like
and nobody
I
cared.
think Meghan Markle
Yeah.
could get away with that.
Yeah, she could.
I'm Meghan Markle, oh mamma mia.
But how bad do you think Harry feels now that he's not only rejected all of his generational wealth by like betraying leaving his family aside to join the ranks of Hollywood and get invested in Silicon Valley, and then now he's lost all of his money. It's a very Hollywood lesson he's learned.
Yeah, that's
He's kind
true.
of like gone up and lost all of his money instantly in the stock markets.
Yeah, he dated crazy too. So like he did all of it.
Yeah.
And he did. For those
So
that
now-
don't know, there's this California bank.
Oh yeah.
All the celebs are in it. I think.
There's a lot of startups too.
Hey Audrey, do you know what bank that was called again? It was the Silicon Valley Bank.
Silicon Valley Bank.
It's literally
something
called.
like that.
I think it's
Yeah,
called Silicon Valley
yeah,
Bank.
Yeah. It sounds like we're dumb, but that's what.
Yeah,
that's
we didn't even
actually
know
what
it
it's called,
existed.
I'm
It's
pretty
just
sure.
the Silicon Valley Bank. Oprah lost $500 million, and
Damn it.
apparently Harry had all his money in it too. So it was just like. My question is, do you think Meghan stays with him? Because she married a rich prince,
Ooh.
and now he's broke, and he's not even called a prince anymore.
Oh my god! And he doesn't really have any other skills, does he?
No,
Like he didn't really learn.
he was
Yeah,
in the
but
military.
the military, it's like that. I mean, that's helpful, but I don't know if it's helpful now.
I think he. Yeah, that's
he's an
true.
activist-
His
activist,
parents.
yeah, that's true.
His
Hollywood's
parents.
good for that.
That's true.
Sorry, go ahead.
His parents sent him to be in the military when all those photos of him came out of him and like dressed up as a Nazi for Halloween.
Oh, it was a smoke
That
screen.
was so funny.
Yeah, so if anything, they're good parents. They like sent to. It's like if your kid acts up, like that's it, you're going to military school.
Alfie's just fully convinced that they're great parents. I'm like,
Well, not
I feel
great
like they're-
parents.
I feel like they neglect them constantly. I don't know.
Well,
like,
when they had to step up, they did. They're like, okay, we neglected you long enough. You're naked with your friends in a hotel room, and then if you're not naked with your friends in a hotel room, you're dressed up as Hitler. So I was like, we gotta do something. You're going in the army.
I know they just had to deal with their problem kid.
Yeah, it was the problem
Do
child.
something patriotic.
And then it was just worst case scenario. Like he went full Hollywood. All he needs now is a drug addiction.
Do you think that they'll go to the Oscars? Will
I
they
think
make an appearance?
it's gonna be very interesting because Megan really wants to go. Because that's
I
like,
think they're invited.
like Megan's
they're
diet.
invited.
She has an outfit for it. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah.
if she's not invited, she's going to the after parties, and she has an outfit.
And it says like "Eat the Rich" on it.
No.
She's ready. She's like, I'm no longer rich. And here's my statement.
Yeah.
She's just going to take full on advantage of that to an irritating degree. She's going to make so much money off of not being rich anymore.
That she's that's true. She's gonna hit pay dirt.
But yeah, we're excited about the Oscars. We watched 3 movies. Well, I watched 3. You watched what? 2?
I think
1?
like two
You
and a
slept
half.
2.5. You slept through half of
Yeah,
Elvis.
and I was on my
Yeah.
phone for the ending of Everything Everywhere All
Okay,
at Once.
so-
Which one was your favorite that you saw?
Well, by far, I loved Everything Everywhere All at Once. I just loved it.
Yeah.
It's so cute. And
What-
it's just so moving. It makes you feel like you're in an AI, app that it makes you feel like you're on the internet. It's like just so random and bizarre, but then
Yeah.
so touching because the answer is love.
Yeah. It'd be like
So
the
cute.
yeah.
It made me cry. The laundry and taxes line. If anybody in the comments knows, or anyone who's watching knows that one, let me know in the comments. Did you cry when he said, in another life, I would want to do laundry and taxes with you?
Oh, man.
Oh, it's so cute.
That is cute.
Oh, it just broke my heart.
Yeah,
and then
that
I was
was-
like, give hug. Oh my God, I just loved it. And it was so beautiful.
Yeah.
It was so like aesthetically gorgeous. And it was
was.
the only one I enjoyed, really. Or Elvis I enjoyed too.
Yeah, this is good.
Elvis was like not as moving. It was pretty fun though.
It was fun.
And it was sad though. It was really tragic in the end, of course. He dies.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
didn't show him on the toilet though, like face down, butt up. That's how he got found.
It wasn't the reality.
No.
I feel like
apparently he was constipated for 4 months. Like,
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, all he would eat was peanut butter, banana, and bacon sandwiches.
Oh my God, that's right.
Like that was his favorite food. That's what they found in his 4-month-old deep fried peanut butter, banana,
4
and
months
bacon.
of constipation is what
Yeah.
killed him.
Well,
So it
probably
wasn't
other
suicide.
stuff. Like it was other stuff too.
A murder?
Like he had. It was a lot of pills.
Jesus.
Those will constipate the fuck out of you.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Oh yeah, that's true. Pills do make you constipated. Oh my God.
Pills and peanut butter.
That one
Pill-
gave me.
the Presley diet. Go out like a
Pills and
king.
peanut- oh my God, the King of Rock.
Yeah.
That
that's
one
it.
gave me Britney Spears vibes for sure. They did a better job with Britney than Elvis, and they did a very similar type of thing where they just took over her life and trapped her, made her perform in Vegas for years, right?
Yeah.
And controlled her every move.
Yeah.
Very similar to Elvis.
But they didn't let her get fat.
And technically, she's still alive,
Yeah.
isn't she?
Like
Barely.
you can have your pills, but you can't have the deep fried peanut butter, banana, bacon sandwiches.
And we're telling you which pills. No fun pills. Only pills to make you dance
Yeah.
and sleep.
No downers.
And a shit ton of Ozempic,
Yeah.
which we talked about. That was the diet medication that's the celebrities are all.
It's diabetes
using
medication they steal from fat people.
Yeah.
Oh,
And there's a national shortage. We went into it on another episode, and it was
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
it was just yeah, it's pretty gross. A lot of people who need it can't get it because people need to be hot. It's an emergency. It's an emergency. So Elvis was
okay. So
moving
these
in that way. It was very like, she's so lucky, he's a star, but he cries, right? Oh, so
Okay.
sad.
So these are the movies that I think are just in here to bring people in, because this is what I think the Oscars have learned that no one has been watching for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Like
have,
none of you watch. That's why you're
Yeah.
watching this.
so I think
right?
they're
None of you
the Oscars right now are taking note what the Grammys do. So what the Grammys do is they'll invite someone like Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
They'll invite someone like Eminem. They'll invite Kanye West. And like they're nominated for the album of the year, so everyone watches and tunes in. They'll let them do live performances, and then they'll hand the award to Nora Jones, someone like, and that's just to get them to come, to get them to people to watch.
That's
That like,
true.
you guys are cultural phenomenons, and we're gonna give it to this girl whose music you only hear in coffee shops. So it's like that's what the Oscars are doing now with like they're nominating Top Gun Maverick, like that was
Right.
everyone's favorite movie for a long time.
Avatar.
Avatar. I don't know. Apparently, a lot of people saw that movie, but I don't know anyone that saw that movie.
My brother did.
Oh, really?
He said it was good.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
was
I
decent.
can't go in for another 3-hour Avatar. I saw the first one. I feel
Yeah.
like I got the gist. I don't know.
And there's this movie called this one's nominated just because it's called Women Talking.
Which is just like, I love a good movie about hot ladies, but I do not want to watch women talking. That sounds awful.
Yeah, it just sounds like
And
yak, yak, yak. Aren't men the worst? What's the tea?
And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just like, yak, and I'm still like, I don't want to listen to this.
Women talking. We're standing up for our rights.
Is that what it's about?
I have no idea.
That's what you'd think, though.
That's what I think it's
Yeah,
about.
that's what I jumped
I could
to.
be like, I
I
just
haven't
hear.
even looked at the trailer for that
Yeah.
one. That's how bad that title is.
Yeah, it could be the movie Bros, where it's like has nothing to do with bros. It's like women talking. It's just a bunch of dudes playing sports. Like,
We have no idea.
I have no. It could be like the best movie ever. And I'm just like, yeah, Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Dolph Lundgren's in it. What?
Is that your definition of the best movie ever?
What?
Sports movie?
Yeah, the Expendables. Yeah,
A movie about football or baseball.
yeah, it's the What is it? What's that movie with Stallone? The Expendables, but on the football field.
The Banshees of Inisherin. I saw that one.
Inisherin.
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 Oh, right. Whoops. It was that one's technically a comedy. That's a very loose term. I don't understand how that's a comedy. I feel like it's just movies that have like a deep-rooted irony or something, or like a disturbing. There was a bit of funny banter between the two main characters, but at the end of it, like the whole point is that this guy, a musician, cuts off all of his fingers one by one to like get his friend to shut up. And then he's like playing with the stumps, and it's like ironic, I guess, that he doesn't have a hand and he has to play music, and it's apparently a metaphor for a war. I'm just like, how is this a comedy? How is Everything Everywhere All at Once not a comedy when it's more silly and fun?
That was funny because I remember you coming into the room crying, like,
Oh
"Oh my
my
god, this
God.
movie! I think they're gonna kill the dog."
I know. I was like, I had to pause it and take breaks because I was just like, Jesus. But I was like, I got so far that I wanted to commit. But yeah. So I hope that it's a clean sweep for Everything Everywhere All at Once. And I hope that they just win everything because that one was really nice. And everything else was disturbing or lackluster.
Yeah, I loved it. I think it was The Matrix with a love story. Well, a lemon twist of a love story.
Yeah. Yeah. It was so cute.
And then also there's the movie called...
There's one more?
Well, I think this is like, it's called Tar, like T, asterisk on the top, R.
If it's about global warming, it'll win.
It stars Cate Blanchett in it. So I don't know if it's good, but it's just nominated because Cate Blanchett is in it.
Fair
And
enough.
she's probably nominated as well. But it sounds French. So that's also probably why it's nominated. Tar.
Ooh.
It probably isn't French. I don't know. It doesn't.
So my prediction's clean sweep. What's yours?
I also think it's going to be a clean sweep of Everywhere, Everything, All at Once, because the people that vote are very pretentious, and they just love like being pretentious. The most pretentious thing right now is like virtue signaling. So the best way for them to virtue signal is trying to be like, look, we voted for the Asians to win.
That's your take, huh?
That's why I think they'll vote. They won't vote. I think they won't vote for the right
Yikes.
reasons. The right reasons would be like, this is a great movie, but it's
Yeah.
just like they probably didn't even watch it. They just saw all the names. It's like, yeah, we're doing this.
I think your other take is more true.
That
whereas
Top Gun
it's
should have won?
Just, yeah. No,
Top Gun should have won.
Not that Top
Everyone
Gun-
loved it. Everyone watched it.
That they're putting a Top Gun in there, and then these guys are all like relatively unknown.
Yeah.
Although there are a lot of famous people in that movie, but there's some relatively unknown stars. Like I didn't really know the evil sister or daughter until that movie, and I feel like she'll win something. I hope. It was really fun.
Yeah.
And then I mean, maybe something really random like that Irish movie will win. We'll see.
Kate Blanchett will win an Academy Award. No, she won't. She's not going to win. She's not going to be the Asian girl from that movie. That Asian
That girl was so good.
She was so good.
Yeah.
I don't know her name. What's her name? So I don't get it wrong.
I think she is kind of famous. I feel like she's been in things. I feel like I recognized her, but maybe, yeah.
It'd be
anyway.
really funny if she hasn't been in anything and then you're just racist. Her very first movie.
She looks so
She
familiar.
looks so familiar. I want her. They all
Oh my
look.
God.
Nominations: Best Actress is.
Well, we'll find out. We will find out soon, and we'll leave it at that for now.
Oh,
We'll come
Steven
back.
Spielberg has a movie nominated, The Fablemans.
Oh.
He's not winning. I think he was on Epstein's Island, so they're not going to give him an award.
Oh, good.
They're going to distance him from that. Yeah, Michelle Yeoh. Yeah, that
Yeah.
does sound familiar. She's probably been in a lot.
Well, I think she'll win.
Yeah.
We'll see who wins.
Ooh, we're
Leave it
already getting
there.
updates on her red carpet. Oh yeah, like this dress that she has here. She's in it to win it. Give me that camera right there. Look at that. Yeah, this is your winner. I'm predicting it right now. And if not,
That's
it's
gorgeous.
a travesty. Kate Blanchett, if you win an Academy Award, I'm never watching another one of your movies again.
They Okay, I was at I went quickly to a bar.
Yeah, you didn't see any of it.
I went quickly to a bar, and what was bizarre was that the Oscars wasn't on even one screen.
Yeah, well, it's just, you know what? Okay,
There was 7 screens, and the most random games, like just we had The Office on 2 of them. The Office was reruns.
yeah,
We're playing on 2 of them.
yeah, that makes sense.
Does it?
Well, okay, so this is like people, we can't even sit through movies nowadays. Like,
Sure.
if I can't sit through half the movies nominated, how on earth do you expect people to sit through a 4-hour award show where I have to listen to people giving an acceptance speech over costume awards? Where it's just like, it's hard. It's just like, you
And
know,
it's
like,
low-key to, like,
and not
support
take
a
anything
charity.
against the people that put together those costumes, because there was like one movie that was nominated was a World War One movie, and they did a phenomenal job with that. Not taking any away of that talent, but it's just we have such a short attention span, so we can't sit through actual movies.
Yeah.
How are we going to sit through the awards for these
4
movies
hours, yeah.
that aren't even scripted? Just the most terrible jokes.
Everyone just tunes in for the end.
Yeah, you just want to see the updates and see if anyone got slapped in the face, and no one got slapped in the face this year. But the movies that you wanted to win won.
Yeah, which is kind of predictable. I don't know. Maybe that was like a bad move. People are just kind of like, oh, I know who's going to win.
Yeah,
I mean, you have to think of it. You have to know that one's going to win.
Yeah.
It's
Well-
meant to be. It's like it's all kind of newer-ish talent, newer faces.
yeah,
It's uplifting, kind of genreless. It encapsulates all of the genres.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an ode to cinema,
yeah,
which they love.
yeah. And I
The
felt like
Academy loves that.
I felt like it was perfect because I loved it because it wasn't virtue signaling. It wasn't like the Academy patting themselves on the back. Like,
Yeah.
they genuinely deserve to win that award, and I think that's
It's a great story, and it is about a parent's relationship with their child.
yeah,
It's about love. It's about the relationship between, your life partner.
yeah. It was cool. It was a cool. I think they were a gay duo that wrote it.
Really?
So yeah, they won a bunch of awards for it. So like I think they were on stage twice. I can't remember which awards they won for it, but they gave great acceptance speeches. They were just. They were probably the highlight of it all. Like, they just had this great fun energy. I'm so happy for them. One of them went up there and just started thanking all of his teachers, and
Aw.
the other guy said, well, maybe he wasn't gay. One of them was. Because he didn't say, I think he said, I don't know, I was on my phone, right? I can't pay attention to the whole thing. It was hard.
Yeah.
But I remember I was in and out, and he said something along the lines like, to my kids, this isn't the standard. Like, this isn't like what you have to strive for. This isn't normal, which I thought was a great line.
That is so sweet. Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah, they were great. So, yeah,
It
that's
feels
about
like I'm just glad that something that was so deserving won.
Yeah.
And I'm glad it wasn't just like the remake of Top Gun that won, even though I know
The
people
sequel?
know it's solid.
the sequel.
Well, a sequel, but
Yeah.
I just mean like another version of something that's already
Yeah.
like Top Gun made a huge impact on cinema.
Yeah.
And it's just like nice that something fresh took the place. And I don't think anything like Everything All at Once could have been Everything Everywhere All at Once could have been made even like 10 years ago, because I do think it's influenced by the internet, and it feels like someone put all the movies in all of cinema's history into a AI machine and just said like spit out something. Like, it's so disorienting and fun, and then it just all comes together and is so simple. The story is so simple in the end,
And
even though
beautiful,
it's a
yeah.
complicated
Yeah.
tale.
Oh, and you'll like this part.
Yeah.
I think it was the director, but the guy who gave the acceptance speech at the end said to his wife the line. What was your favorite line from the movie?
Aw,
What was it again?
if I say it, I'm gonna
Just
tear
say
up.
it. We'll end it.
Well, in another life, I would. Well, when the woman who has all of the material success, the version of her life, where
Yeah.
she's the famous star,
Yeah.
basically herself tonight, the
Yeah.
actress tonight at the
Yeah.
Oscars, winning an Oscar. She's an actress, material success, and he's like, in another life, she turns him away, and
He turns around and he says,
in another life, I would have loved to do laundry and taxes with you.
yeah, and that's the line that ended the Oscars.
It was.
Oh, look at you go. All right, and on that note, thank
So
you, Humpers.
sweet.
Happy Oscars.
Try watching it without crying. I
Yeah.
dare you.
Oh,
You'll feel schizophrenic by the end because you just go through all these emotions. But
Yeah.
it's so sweet.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of being choked up, when they did the in memoriam, John Travolta did the in memoriam, and now we're about to do the in memoriam thing where all the people that passed away,
Okay.
and one of the people that passed away was Olivia Newton-John, and he got a little choked up. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is a classic.
Yeah.
Did Grease ever win?
Probably not.
It should.
I think it's yeah, it should have. It's like that.
That's a classic.
That's just like yeah.
Why do some of those movies? I'm glad that this year the least depressing movie won, the uplifting movie won,
Yeah.
instead of like the Banshees, whatever the hell,
Yeah.
where it's terrifying.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah, no,
Thank
it's
you
great.
so much for
Thank you, Humpers.
tuning in. We watched the Oscars, so you don't have to. Remember to subscribe.
I watched it.
If you've enjoyed,
So you didn't have to.
you watched
you
it,
went out
so
to get drunk.
I didn't have to.
You had some drinks with the
I
friends,
got
which is
some
nice.
drinks with my fun makeup artist.
Day before your
friend.
birthday. Can't wait.
Woo!
So like and subscribe. It's Rebecca's
It's my
birthday.
birthday. I'd really appreciate it. And thank you for hanging out with us. We'll see you next hump day.
Happy humping.